Hi everyone, this is the video for research questions. Probably the most important part of your proposal is your research question. It will capture what you specifically want to investigate, so it's important that it sounds good and important. How do you do that though? To write a good research question, you start with a topic and make sure it meets the 3 C's. Remember the 3 C's from the interview question video? They were challenging, compelling, and controversial. For challenging, take your topic and ask, what field research does it require? Does this topic necessitate interviews, surveys, or analysis? For compelling, does your topic have an impact on people in a field of study? Is it something that can be used or applied? Lastly, is it controversial? Does it create tension? Does it warrant discussion? Look at these research questions. They're topics that were turned into basic research questions, and we're going to see if they meet the 3 C's. First, we have, what do pandas eat? I've never seen a panda. I don't really know what they eat. I've heard bamboo, but I'm not 100% sure. I also know pandas are really cute, so it'd be fun to read more about them. So that's my research question. What do pandas eat? Let's test this out though. Is this question challenging, compelling, or controversial? For challenging, I don't think it's challenging. I'm not going to go out and observe pandas. No one's going to pay me to go observe pandas. Especially because I think, I'm taking a wild guess here, I think you can just Google this question and find an answer. Is this question compelling? I don't think so, because knowing what pandas eat doesn't really impact people or impact the way things are. It can't be used. And then, is it controversial? No, because no one's debating this. We all know they eat bamboo. It's not a hot topic. So this question, what do pandas eat? This is a bad research question. It's not going to get you anywhere. Let's try the next one. What kind of music do students like? This is a neat question. It's interesting. I do want to know what music students like. So would it require field research? Yes, it is challenging. You could do a survey for this. You could do an interview with students. You could do artifact analysis where you look at people's Spotify playlists and see how often they use that song. It has good, it's challenging. It has good field research potential. Now, is it compelling? Only maybe. It's not quite clear how this information could help someone. I really have to do a lot of filling in the gaps to make it compelling. I don't really know too who would benefit from this information. Do teachers, students, musicians? Not quite clear. Then, is it controversial? I know that we all have different music tastes and preferences, but it's not that big of a deal if we have different music tastes. So no, it's not really controversial. That was a good try for a question though, but unfortunately, not a good research question. Try the rest of these research questions and figure out what's missing or what's not so great about them. Here are my reactions to those research questions. See if we got the same answers. I think all the questions struggled in some way. There were some more hopeful ones than others. And I think what would make those questions better, what would make them maybes into good questions, is that they need to be a controversy category. What do I mean by controversy category? This is what our textbook proposed in multiple chapters as a way of developing better questions. It's when you take a topic and you move it through this hierarchy of argument. As topics move through this hierarchy, they move up in level, and these levels kind of signify more controversy and thus more need for research, more interest in reading about that topic. We're going to start with the lowest level. Oh my gosh, I just spotted a spelling mistake. I'm so sorry. Ignore the spelling mistake. The textbook starts with the lowest level of existence or fact. A controversy of existence or fact is used to confirm if something is true or if something happened. Kind of like, did so-and-so lie? Is tofu vegan? Very basic questions, but they can be used for more extensive research. Then we have a controversy of definition or interpretation. This is sort of what we've been doing in class already. What does this mean? How do we interpret it? So how do we define life? What do we do if we know everyone relies on a laptop with homework? We get these ideas and we just kind of pushing them a little further. Those are the lowest levels. We're now entering the higher levels and what we should be striving for. We have the controversy of cause, consequence, circumstance. This is tied to what caused this, was it intentional, what are the consequences? This is to determine if something is like right, wrong, serious, some kind of reaction. Then the last and highest level is controversy of jurisdiction, procedure, or policy. This controversy category focuses on action. What should we do about this issue or topic? Something to notice with these controversy categories is the language of them and the structure of the question itself. Here I have a student who's doing a topic on the media and how it influences girls' self-image negatively. Here are some possible research questions for them. Read through these questions and try and determine which controversy category it falls into, and how you know that. What language in that question tells you it belongs in that category? Let's do the first one together. How much influence does the media have on teenage girls? How much seems to focus on a specific measurement, a definite amount? So which category is focused on determining a specific quantity or amount? Controversy of existence or fact, the lowest level. This is because it just confirms the existence of an influence. When you get like how much, it just proves yes it is there or no it's not. Try the rest on your own. It's really important to practice these controversy categories because you are striving for those higher levels. The more familiar you get with questions, the more likely you are to develop your own. It also helps you see like a sentence template. If you know what category you want to do, just use the language of the example question. All these prompts right here on this slide come from the textbook. Actually, in chapter 7, the book lists tons of questions. So don't hesitate to use those questions as inspiration. The ones we said were kind of okay, but they needed revamping with controversy categories. Here they are again, and here's how I fixed them. For example, we have the question, what kind of music do students like? I made that into a higher category. I took it from a definition, or existence fact, into a concern with cause, consequence, circumstance. I know from the templates that the best language for that type of controversy category is why. So I changed my question to, what genres of music do students listen to while studying, and why? I also made it more specific, since I know the impact was lacking. Use this slide to help kind of guide you on how to revise questions. Connected to research questions are statements of purpose. These identify for your reader your goal, what you want to accomplish, and who benefits from this. They are pretty literal, and literally they sometimes just start with, in this paper, I will. In this paper, I will do this, or I want to do this. The key difference here is that a research question is the guiding prompt. It's open-ended, specific, and field research focused. The statement of purpose, on the other hand, is closed. It's focused more on intent and what will happen after the research is done. This next slide coming up will look at an example, but I also recommend going just to Purdue OWL. I'll provide the link on Canvas. The Purdue OWL link will guide you with several words to choose from to help you figure out what your research purpose can be. Here, finally, is an example of a project with a statement of purpose and a good research question. I've underlined the key language for you. In the statement, these are the verbs, and for research questions, these are those question words from before. I want to point out here that I have multiple research questions, because that's okay. It's quite likely that you will have a handful of low category questions, because low category questions can support or scaffold for higher ones. You might actually need to answer a lower question in order to justify the higher question. Like in the previous slide with the music question, what genre of music do students like? I had to ask what first before I could ask why. I needed to confirm that they had genres for studying before I could research why. It is also very likely that your questions will change over time. That is also okay. It's very common. As you do research, as you gather secondary sources, you come to realize that your question needs a little tweaking or needs a little different direction. It's totally allowed to revise your research question after proposal. For now, focus on creating a question you feel passionate about. Then we can work together to make sure it fits the 3 C's in a high-level controversy category.